Before you close your eyes tonight, there is a quiet message waiting for you. It is not loud. It is not rushing. It is not trying to scare you or force you to understand everything at once. It is soft. It is gentle. It comes in the space between one breath and the next. It comes when the day has finished asking so much from you. It comes when your body is tired, your mind is full, and your heart is ready to stop holding everything alone. This moment before sleep may look like the end of an ordinary day, but it may not be ordinary at all. It may be the moment when the universe leans close to your heart and says, "You are still guided. You are still loved. You are not alone in this life." Maybe you came here tonight because something inside you needed comfort. Maybe you did not even know what you were looking for. Maybe the day felt heavy and your heart needed a softer place to land. Maybe you have been asking for a sign, for peace, for help, for one small feeling that life has not forgotten you. And now, as the world grows quieter around you, there is room to hear what noise often hides. The universe does not always speak in big signs. Sometimes it speaks through a calm feeling that rises for no clear reason. Sometimes it speaks through a sentence that touches the exact place in you that was aching. Sometimes it speaks through silence, through rest, through the deep knowing that you do not have to solve your whole life tonight. Before sleep, the mind becomes softer. The wall inside you begins to lower. The part of you that has been trying to stay strong all day becomes tired of fighting. The part of you that smiled when it wanted to cry, worked when it wanted to rest, answered when it wanted quiet, and carried feelings no one saw, begins to open. This is why the last moments before sleep are so sacred. They are not just the end of the day. They are a doorway. They are a place where the conscious mind slowly steps back and the deeper mind begins to listen. What you give your heart in these final moments matters. What you whisper to yourself matters. What you believe about tomorrow matters. What you release tonight matters. The message of the universe does not come to tell you that every problem will vanish by morning. It does not come to make false promises or pretend that life has no hard seasons. It comes to remind you that even inside the hard season, there is still guidance. Even when you cannot see the answer, something wise may still be moving. Even when your mind says, "I do not know what to do," your soul may already be learning how to trust the next step. Even when today felt confusing, the night may bring you back to your own center. You do not need to force the message. You do not need to chase it. You only need to become quiet enough to receive what love has been trying to say. Tonight, let yourself stop running inside your own mind. You have been thinking enough. You have been trying enough. You have been carrying enough. There comes a moment when the most loving thing you can do is stop holding the whole world in your chest. Let the day be the day. Let the unfinished things remain unfinished for now. Let the questions rest beside you without needing to be answered this second. Let your body feel the bed beneath you. Let your breath become slow. Let your heart hear this simple truth. Before you sleep, you are allowed to be held by something greater than your fear. Maybe the universe has been speaking to you all day, but worry was too loud. Maybe it tried to reach you through a small delay that protected you, but you only saw frustration. Maybe it tried to reach you through a person's words, but your mind was too busy to notice. Maybe it tried to reach you through a feeling in your body, a quiet nudge, a strange pull toward rest, or a gentle thought that said, "Do not give up yet." Sometimes guidance does not feel dramatic. It feels simple. It feels like peace after panic. It feels like the sudden need to breathe. It feels like the desire to let go of one thing you have been gripping too tightly. It feels like a soft inner voice saying, "This is not the end of your story." As you come closer to sleep, think of your mind like a room after a long day. During the day, so many people and problems walk through that room. There were thoughts about money, love, work, family, health, timing, mistakes, and tomorrow. There were words you heard, words you said, words you wish you had said, and words you wish you could take back. There were little fears that became bigger because you kept looking at them. There were memories that came back without asking. There were feelings you had no time to feel. And now the universe is not asking you to clean the whole room tonight. It is only asking you to open one window. Let a little peace come in. Let the heavy air move. Let your soul breathe again. There is a reason the message comes before sleep. During the day, the mind often wants proof. It says, "Show me how. Show me when. Show me exactly what will happen. Show me the whole path, or I cannot trust." But the heart does not heal through pressure. The heart heals through safety. The heart opens when it feels it will not be forced. The universe knows this, so it comes softly. It does not break the door. It waits beside it. It does not shout over your fear. It sits with you until the fear becomes tired. It does not punish you for not hearing sooner. It simply offers the message again in a different way. Tonight, the message may be very simple. Rest now, dear heart. You do not need to know everything to be guided. Let these words enter slowly. Before I sleep, I open my heart to the loving message of the universe, not with panic, not with demand, not as if you must hear something clear and perfect right away. Open gently, open a little. Even a small opening is enough. A tired heart does not need to open wide all at once. It may only need to soften around one fear. It may only need to stop blaming itself for one thing. It may only need to believe that tomorrow can hold one small mercy. That is enough for tonight. The universe can work with a little opening. Life can move through a little willingness. peace can begin with one breath. There may be a part of you that says, "But I have asked before, and I still do not have the answer." Let that part be heard. Do not push it away. It is the tired part. It is the part that has waited. It is the part that has felt disappointed. Speak to it kindly. Say, "I know you are tired. I know you wanted life to be easier by now. I know you wanted the sign to be clear. But tonight, we do not have to fight. Tonight, we can rest." Sometimes the first message from the universe is not a new plan. Sometimes the first message is permission to stop attacking yourself because the plan has not appeared yet. Sometimes the first message is not "do more." Sometimes it is "be still enough to feel that you are safe in this moment." The mind may want a message that sounds like a full map. It may want exact dates, names, answers, and proof. But the universe often begins with the inner state. It begins by calming your body. It begins by helping you sleep. It begins by helping you stop making fear the ruler of the night. Because a peaceful heart can hear more clearly than a frightened one. A tired body can receive more when it is not being pushed. A gentle mind can notice what a panicked mind misses. So if tonight you only feel a little calmer, do not call that small. Calm is not small. Calm is a doorway. Calm is the place where your inner hearing returns. Think of the night as a soft field. You place one thought into it before you sleep, and that thought becomes a seed. If you place fear there, the mind may carry fear through the dark. If you place trust there, even a small trust, the heart may begin to rest in a new way. If you place the question, "How is life helping me?" the mind begins to look for help instead of only danger. If you place the thought, "I am guided," your body may stop acting as if it has been left alone. The message you sleep with becomes the feeling you wake near. Not always perfectly, not instantly, but gently over time. The night begins to teach the mind a new way. So tonight, do not make this hard. Do not turn spirituality into another task. Do not think you have to be perfect before the universe can speak to you. You do not have to be perfectly calm. You do not have to have perfect thoughts. You do not have to believe with full strength. You can come as you are. You can come tired. You can come unsure. You can come with a heart that still has questions. You can come with tears. You can come with silence. The universe does not turn away from you because you are human. It meets you inside your humanity. It meets you in the place where you say, "I do not know how, but I am willing to listen." The message before sleep may be this: you have made it through another day. That matters. You have carried what you could carry. You have learned what you could learn. You have survived thoughts that once felt too heavy. You have taken steps, even if they were small. You have kept going, even when your heart did not feel strong. Do not rush past that. Do not treat your own strength as nothing. The universe sees the quiet effort too. It sees the moments no one clapped for. It sees the times you chose kindness when you were hurting. It sees the nights you felt alone, but still kept a small light alive inside you. Tonight, let that be enough. There is a sacred kind of listening that happens when you stop asking from panic and start receiving from peace. Panic says, "Tell me now, or I cannot rest." Peace says, "I am willing to rest, and I trust that the next step can meet me." Panic says, "Nothing is working because I cannot see it." Peace says, "Some things may be forming where my eyes cannot reach." Panic says, "I must fix my whole life tonight." Peace says, "I can sleep, and tomorrow I can take one loving step." This is the shift. This is the doorway. The universe is not asking you to carry tomorrow before it arrives. It is asking you to come back to this breath, this bed, this night, this moment of receiving. Let the message be simple enough for your body to believe. You are safe enough to rest now. You are guided enough to release tonight. You are loved enough to stop proving your worth in the dark. You are held enough to let your shoulders fall. You are not required to solve every question before sleep. You are not required to punish yourself for what did not happen today. You are not required to understand the whole path before taking the next breath. Before you sleep, the universe has a message for you, and it may begin with this: be gentle with yourself tonight. The answers can come more clearly to a heart that is not being beaten down by its own thoughts. Do not carry fear into sleep as if fear is your blanket. It will not warm you. It will not guide you better than love. It will not protect you more deeply than peace. Fear may tell you that it is helping. It may say, "If I keep thinking about this, I will be ready. If I keep worrying, I will find the answer. If I keep imagining every bad thing, I can stop it from happening." But this is not true rest. This is the mind trying to work through the night. This is the body trying to sleep while the heart is still standing guard. You deserve a softer ending than that. You deserve to close the day without letting fear be the last voice you hear. Many people fall asleep with the same heavy questions. What if nothing changes? What if I am too late? What if I lose what I love? What if I never find what I need? What if tomorrow brings more problems? What if I made the wrong choice? What if the universe is silent? The mind hears those questions, and because the mind loves to search, it begins looking for danger. It gathers old memories. It brings back old pain. It shows you pictures of things that have not happened. It tries to solve life, while your body is asking for rest. Then morning comes, and the body feels as if it has fought a battle in the dark. Tonight, you can choose a different question. You do not have to fight the fearful mind. You can guide it. You can speak to it gently, the way you would speak to someone who has been scared for a long time. You can say, "Thank you for trying to protect me, but I do not need to carry fear into sleep. I am allowed to rest." This is not denial. This does not mean you ignore what needs care. It means you stop making worry your only way of feeling responsible. You can handle life better when your spirit has rested. You can think more clearly when your body has softened. You can receive guidance more easily when your night is not filled with fear. If there is something you must do, write it down for tomorrow. If there is a bill, a message, a task, a choice, a plan, let it be placed outside your mind for the night. Tell yourself, this is for tomorrow's hands, not tonight's heart. There is wisdom in knowing when to act and when to rest. Not every problem becomes lighter because you think about it at midnight. Not every question becomes clearer because you turn it over again and again in a tired mind. Sometimes the kindest thing is to say, "I have done enough for today. I will meet this with more strength after rest." That sentence itself can become a blessing. The last thoughts before sleep are like little instructions to the deeper mind. If you say, "Something is wrong, something is wrong, something is wrong," the body stays tight. If you say, "I am safe in this moment, I can rest now, live, it can guide me," the body begins to receive a different message. It may not soften all at once. The old fear may still try to speak. But each night you return to peace. You teach your inner world a new path. You teach your mind that sleep is not a place to carry every worry. You teach your heart that it can put down the weight. You teach your body that it does not have to stay ready for danger all night. There is a difference between being aware and being afraid. Awareness says, "This is something I will care for." Fear says, "This is who I am now." Awareness can make a plan. Fear becomes the whole atmosphere. Awareness can take a step. Fear keeps spinning. Awareness can say, "I need support." Fear says, "I am alone." Tonight, choose awareness without fear. If something in your life needs attention, bless yourself for being willing to care for it. Then let the night do what the night is meant to do. Let it restore you. Let it calm the places that have been tight. Let it remind your nervous system that this moment does not need to become a battlefield. Maybe today someone said something that hurt you. Maybe something did not go the way you hoped. Maybe your mind is replaying a conversation, trying to change a sentence that has already been spoken. Maybe you are lying there thinking of what you should have said, what you should have done, what they should have understood. Dear heart, release the courtroom for tonight. You do not need to argue with the past. while your body is asking for sleep. What happened can be looked at with clearer eyes tomorrow. Tonight, let the soul step away from the trial. Let yourself say, I take the lesson. I leave the pain for now. I do not need to keep hurting myself with the same scene. Maybe your fear is about tomorrow. You may be thinking of work, people, money, health, family, plans, or unknown news. The mind loves to run ahead and carry tomorrow before tomorrow has even opened. But tomorrow is not here yet. You are here. This breath is here. This night is here. The support beneath your body is here. You can only live one moment at a time, and this moment is asking for softness. When tomorrow comes, you will meet it with the strength that rest gives you. You do not need to meet it now in your imagination. You do not need to live through pain that has not arrived. Sometimes people believe that if they stop worrying, they are giving up. But peace is not giving up. Peace is a stronger place from which to move. Peace is where you can hear clearly. Peace is where you can choose wisely. Peace is where the body can heal from the stress of carrying too much. Worry may feel active, but often it only drains the energy you need for real action. Fear may feel useful, but often it repeats the same question without giving a true answer. Tonight, let love be more useful than fear. Let rest be more useful than overthinking. Let trust be more useful than trying to control what cannot be controlled in this moment. Taik. You may say to yourself, but I cannot stop thinking. That is okay. Do not fight your thoughts. Fighting thoughts can make them louder. Instead, give the mind a softer place to go. Give it one gentle sentence. Give it one loving question. Give it one calm image. Think of your worries like leaves floating on water. You do not need to grab each one. You do not need to explain each one. You can let them pass. You can return to the breath. You can return to the sentence, I do not give my night to fear. I give my night to peace. Say it slowly. Let it become the path back home. I do not give my night to fear. I give my night to peace. This does not mean fear never comes. It means fear does not get to lead the whole night. It may knock. It may whisper. It may show you old pictures. But you can answer with tenderness. You can say, I see you, fear, but I am choosing rest now. This is how power returns. Not by becoming harsh with yourself, but by becoming steady. Not by pretending you feel no fear, but by no longer building a home for fear in your body before sleep. You are allowed to choose another inner voice. You are allowed to let peace have the final word tonight. There is a holy moment that happens when you stop feeding fear and begin feeding trust. At first, nothing outside may change. The room may look the same, the problem may still exist, the answer may not have arrived. But inside, something shifts. The body feels a little less alone, the chest opens a little, the breath becomes deeper, the mind stops chasing every shadow. This small shift matters. Do not ignore it because it is quiet. Many deep changes begin quietly. A new life often begins as one new thought repeated with love. A calmer night often begins as one choice not to follow the old fear all the way down. If your heart feels heavy, place your attention gently on it. You do not need to force a feeling. You can simply notice. You can say, "My heart has carried a lot today." That sentence alone can soften something. So much pain grows because the heart feels unseen. See it tonight. Honor it. Say, "I know you are tired. I know you have been brave. I know you wanted answers. I am here with you now." There is deep healing in becoming kind to the part of you that is scared. The universe can meet you there, not in the place where you pretend to be strong, but in the place where you finally tell the truth with love. If your body feels tense, speak to it as a friend. Do not say, "Why are you like this?" Do not say, "What is wrong with me?" Say, "Dear body, you can soften now. I am listening. I will not rush you. I will not shame you for being tired." The body has been with you through every season. It has carried your worry, your work, your grief, your hope, your memories, and your love. Before sleep, give the body a kind message. Let it know the day is over. Let it know it does not need to keep holding every feeling in the shoulders, jaw, stomach, or chest. Let to know that rest is safe. Sometimes fear feels strong at night because the world becomes quiet, and the feelings that were pushed away during the day finally rise. This does not mean something is wrong. It may mean the heart is asking to be heard. So listen softly. Do not make the feeling your enemy. If sadness comes, let it be met with care. If worry comes, let it be met with breath. If regret comes, let it be met with forgiveness. If loneliness comes, let it be met with presence. The feeling is not here to destroy you. It may be asking for the love you did not have time to give yourself earlier. Tonight, give that love slowly. There is no need to make your mind empty. A peaceful night does not require a perfect mind. It only asks for a loving direction. If you cannot feel peace, choose willingness. If you cannot feel trust, choose softness. If you cannot feel hope, choose rest. If you cannot believe a big blessing is coming, believe that one kind breath is possible. The universe does not need you to perform faith. It can work with honesty. It can work with a tired whisper. It can work with, "I want to trust even though I am afraid." It can work with, "I am willing to let this night be gentle." Give yourself a new question before sleep. Instead of, "What if everything goes wrong?" ask, "How is life supporting me in ways I cannot see yet?" Instead of, "Why am I alone?" ask, How is love finding me in quiet ways? Instead of, why is this taking so long? Ask, what is being prepared for me while I rest? Instead of, what is wrong with me? Ask, what does my heart need to feel safe tonight? These questions do not force the mind. They guide it. They open a softer road inside. They tell the deeper self to look for support, not only danger. Tonight, the universe may not answer in words. It may answer by helping you sleep. It may answer through a lighter feeling in the morning. It may answer through a thought that comes while you are making tea. It may answer through a door that closes gently, showing you where not to go. It may answer through a person, a delay, a memory, a dream, or a sudden calm. Do not demand that guidance look only one way. The universe has many ways to speak. The heart has many ways to understand. The mind may want proof, but the soul often recognizes peace before the proof appears. Let your last inner action tonight be release. Release the need to replay. Release the need to control. Release the need to be perfect. Release the fear that if you stop holding everything, everything will fall apart. You are not the only power holding your life together. There is a greater wisdom moving through things you cannot see. There are timings beyond your clock. There are answers forming beyond your worry. There are paths opening beyond your current view. Rest does not block guidance. Rest may be the very place where guidance becomes clear. Sleep does not mean you are giving up. It means you ache, trusting life enough to let your spirit breathe. Say it again in your own heart. I do not give my night to fear. I give my night to peace. Let the words be simple. Let them move through the mind like warm water. Let them touch the places that keep asking for proof. Let them quiet the part of you that thinks it must fix everything before morning. Let them become a soft boundary with fear. Fear may come, but it cannot own the night. Worry may speak, but it cannot be the final truth. The past may rise, but it cannot pull your whole spirit backward. You are allowed to rest inside a message that is kinder than your fear. The first message the universe has for you tonight is this: you are not forgotten. Even if today made you feel invisible, even if no one noticed how hard you tried, even if your heart has been waiting for an answer that has not come yet, even if you have prayed, hoped, asked, cried, and still felt unsure, you are not forgotten. Life has not lost your name. The love that moves through the stars, the trees, the breath, and the quiet spaces of your own heart has not turned away from you. You may feel far from the answer, but you are not far from guidance. You may feel tired of waiting, but you are not outside the care of the universe. There are seasons when silence feels like abandonment. You ask for a sign, and the room stays quiet. You ask for help, and the situation still looks the same. you ask for change, and the old pattern appears again. In those moments, the mind may say, "Nothing is happening. No one is listening. I am alone." But the mind does not always know what is happening beneath the surface. A seed is silent before it breaks open. The night is silent before morning arrives. The heart can be changing quietly before life shows any outer proof. Silence is not always absence. Sometimes silence is the space where something unseen is being prepared. You may have felt overlooked in life. Maybe your kindness was not returned. Maybe your effort was not praised. Maybe your pain was not understood. Maybe you gave love and did not receive the love you hoped for. Maybe you kept being strong because no one asked if you were tired. And slowly, a belief may have formed inside you. Maybe I do not matter as much. Tonight, let that belief soften. It is not the truth of your soul. It is the wound speaking. It is the tired heart trying to explain why it has hurt so much. But pain is not proof that you are forgotten. Pain is only proof that something in you needs love. The universe does not measure you by how much you achieved today. It does not love you more on the days when you are productive and less on the days when you are exhausted. It does not only come near when you are smiling, calm, and full of faith. It is with you when your thoughts are messy. It is with you when you do not know what to believe. It is with you when you are doing your best, even if your best looks very small to someone else. Tonight, you do not need to earn your place in life. You already belong to life. You are part of the great breathing field of love, and you have not been removed from it. Maybe you are waiting for love. Maybe you wonder why it has not arrived in the way your heart hoped. Maybe you have watched others receive what you still pray for. Maybe loneliness has become a quiet ache you carry into the night. The universe wants you to know that love has not forgotten you, but love may first be guiding you back to yourself. It may be teaching your heart not to beg where it should be honored. It may be showing you the difference between being chosen and being cherished. It may be helping you stop making one person the only door through which love can enter. Love has many doors. Some are soft, some are simple. Some begin inside your own heart tonight. Maybe you are waiting for abundance. Maybe money has felt tight, heavy, or full of fear. Maybe you have wondered why support feels far away. Maybe you look at the numbers and feel your chest close. The universe wants you to know that support has not forgotten you. But support may come first as a clear thought, a better choice, a new idea, a helpful person, a skill you are guided to learn, or the courage to stop speaking lack over yourself. Abundance is not only the final result, it is also the new way you begin to relate to life. It is the moment you stop calling yourself helpless and begin asking, what is one wise step I can take with peace? Maybe you are waiting for healing. Maybe your body has been tired. Maybe your mind has been loud. Maybe your heart has been carrying old pain. Maybe you have wondered why peace comes and goes. The universe wants you to know that healing has not forgotten you. But healing may not always begin as a sudden change. Sometimes healing begins as a kinder sentence. Sometimes it begins as rest. Sometimes it begins as asking for help. Sometimes it begins as no longer treating your body like an enemy. Sometimes it begins as one night where you choose not to frighten yourself before sleep. Do not overlook the quiet ways your healing may already be starting. Maybe you are waiting for a sign about your path. You may be asking, what should I do? Where should I go? What is next for me? And because you do not have the whole answer, you may think there is no answer at all. But often the next step comes before the full map. The universe may not show you the whole road because the whole road would overwhelm the part of you that only needs one step tonight. It may show you a feeling. It may show you one person to call, one habit to stop, one truth to admit, one dream to begin, one place to leave, one fear to soften. You are not forgotten just because you do not yet see the full path. There is a special kind of pain that comes from feeling behind. You look at your life and think, I should be further. I should know more. I should have healed by now. I should have fallen in love by now. I should have become someone else by now. Dear heart, that thought is heavy. Put it down for a moment. Your life is not a race against another person's timing. Your healing is not late because it is taking time. Your path is not wrong because it has curves. The universe does not need you to hate where you are in order to guide you forward. It can meet you here in this exact moment with your tired eyes, your open heart, and your wish to begin again. You are not forgotten in the waiting. Waiting can feel empty, but it can also be a place of quiet preparation. The heart may be learning how to receive without fear. The mind may be learning how to stop chasing what hurts. The body may be learning safety after years of stress. The soul may be learning that peace is not something to earn later, but something to practice now. While you wait, something within you may be becoming softer, wiser, clearer, and more ready. Do not call the waiting useless. Do not call yourself lost because life has not given every answer yet. There may be deep movement happening inside the stillness. Tonight, the universe may be saying, I saw the moment you wanted to give up and did not. I saw the moment you smiled while your heart was tired. I saw the moment you chose not to answer with anger. I saw the moment you tried again. I saw the moment you sat alone and still hoped for better. I saw the prayers you did not speak out loud. I saw the tears you wiped away before anyone came in. I saw the way you kept going when you thought no one noticed. Let that message reach you. The quiet parts of your life are not invisible to love. You do not need to be understood by everyone to be held by life. You do not need everyone to see your heart for your heart to be real. You do not need the world to clap for your healing to matter. Some of the most sacred changes happen where no one can watch. The moment you stop repeating an old fear, the moment you choose rest, the moment you forgive yourself a little, the moment you say, I deserve kindness too, the moment you do not return to the thing that kept hurting you. These are not small. They are signs that your soul is listening to a deeper message. Let this message settle. I am not forgotten. Life is still guiding me. Say it not as a demand, but as a soft truth you are willing to try on tonight. I am not forgotten. Life is still guiding me. If part of you resists, let it. The part that resists may have been disappointed before. Do not shame it. Just keep offering the message gently. A wounded heart may need to hear love many times before it trusts it. A tired mind may need many quiet nights before it believes it can rest. A body that has lived in stress may need repeated safety before it softens. That is okay. Tonight is one loving return. You may not feel guided because guidance does not always feel like certainty. Sometimes guidance feels like not being able to keep lying to yourself. Sometimes it feels like losing interest in what used to pull you. Sometimes it feels like a deep tiredness with the old way. Sometimes it feels like a desire for peace that becomes stronger than the desire to be right. Sometimes it feels like a quiet no, or a quiet yes, or a quiet wait. Do not think guidance must always be bright and dramatic. Sometimes guidance is calm. Sometimes guidance is simple. Sometimes guidance is the small feeling that says, this is not for me anymore. You may not feel loved because love has not arrived in the shape you expected. But love can reach you in many forms. Love may reach you through this night asking you to rest. Love may reach you through the breath that keeps moving without your effort. Love may reach you through a memory of your own strength. Love may reach you through a small hope that still lives inside you. Love may reach you through the part of you that came here tonight, still wanting to hear something gentle. That part of you is sacred. That part of you has not given up. That part of you is already answering the universe by saying, I am willing to receive. You may not feel safe because the mind is looking at everything that could go wrong. But tonight, safety does not have to mean the whole future is solved. Safety can begin with this moment. This breath is here. This room is here. This small opening in your heart is here. You can rest in the safety of not needing to know everything right now. You can rest in the safety of letting tomorrow be tomorrow. You can rest in the safety of speaking kindly to yourself for one night. You can rest in the safety of believing that life can still surprise you in gentle ways. There is a message inside the delay. There is a message inside the tiredness. There is a message inside the longing. There is a message inside the part of you that still hopes. The message is not that you failed. The message is not that you are behind. The message is not that your good has passed you by. The message may be that your heart is being led into a deeper kind of trust. A trust that does not need every answer tonight. A trust that does not deny pain, but does not worship it either. A trust that says, I can be here now. I can rest now. I can receive the next step when it comes. If no one told you today, let the universe tell you now, your life matters. Your healing matters. Your peace matters. Your sleep matters. Your heart matters. The way you speak to yourself in the dark matters. The way you let go of fear before sleep matters. The way you choose one soft thought instead of one harsh thought matters. These little choices may look small, but they are shaping the inner home you live in. Tonight, build that home with kindness. Let the walls be made of trust. Let the light be made of hope. Let the door stay open to guidance. You are not forgotten because your answer is still forming. You are not forgotten because your heart is still being softened. You are not forgotten because your path is still unfolding. You are not forgotten because life is still breathing through you. Even when you do not understand the timing, you can be held in the moment. Even when you cannot see the arrangement, you can be guided by peace. Even when the next step is not clear, you can stop hurting yourself with the thought that nothing is happening. Something may be happening inside you tonight. Something may be loosening. Something may be returning. Something may be preparing you to receive tomorrow with a little more openness. Let your heart hear this slowly. You are not outside the reach of love. You are not too late for a new beginning. You are not too tired to be touched by peace. You are not too lost to be guided. You are not too wounded to be comforted. You are not too ordinary for the universe to speak to you. The message does not come only to people who have perfect faith. It comes to the tired, the unsure, the quiet, the healing, the ones who are still learning how to trust life again. It comes to you here before sleep, in simple words your soul can understand. I am not forgotten. Life is still guiding me. Let that become the thought you place under your pillow tonight. Let it be the sentence that meets the lonely part. Let it be the soft answer to the fear that says no one sees. Let it be the beginning of a new way to end the day, not with panic, not with self-blame, not with the old story playing again and again, but with the quiet belief that even now, even here, even before anything looks different, guidance is still near. And if the heart asks, how will I know? Do not force the answer tonight. Let the answer come gently. You may know by the peace that rises You may know by the strength that returns little by little. You may know by the sign that comes tomorrow. You may know by the old desire that no longer owns you. You may know by the small courage to choose differently. You may know by the way your body exhales when you stop fighting life for one moment. The universe has many ways to say, I am here. Tonight, let one of those ways be rest. Rest as if you are still loved while you are not working. Rest as if your worth does not depend on solving everything tonight. Rest as if your heart is allowed to be held without explaining why it is tired. Rest as if the universe can still move while your eyes are closed. Rest as if sleep itself is part of the answer. Rest as if peace is not something you must chase, but something you can allow. Rest as if you are not forgotten, because you are not. The night is not empty. The silence is not against you. The space before sleep is alive with a soft message waiting for the part of you that is ready to hear it. You may have carried the question all day, when will life change? Tonight, let the question become softer. Ask, how is life already reaching me? You may have carried the fear, what if nothing comes? Tonight, let the fear become softer. Ask, what if something is already being prepared? You may have carried the ache. Why do I feel alone? Tonight, let the ache become softer. Ask, where is love already present in a quiet form? These questions are not meant to push you. They are meant to open you. A softer question can become a small doorway. A small doorway can let in enough light for the next breath. Before you sleep, let the message move deeper than the mind. Let it reach the part of you that does not need fancy words. Let it reach the child inside who wanted to be chosen. Let it reach the tired one who wanted someone to say, you have done enough for today. Let it reach the dreamer who still hopes for a kinder future. Let it reach the body that wants to stop being tense. Let it reach the heart that has been waiting to be told, you are not forgotten. Let it reach you without pressure, without force, without needing to become anything other than who you are in this moment. The universe has a message for you before you sleep. And the first message is gentle. You are still held. You are still guided. You are still included in life's love. You do not need to earn that tonight. You do not need to prove it. You only need to stop pushing it away with fear for a moment. Let it come close. Let the night be a place of receiving. Let the silence become kind. Let your breath become slow. Let your heart stop fighting the idea that something good may still be possible for you. Let your inner world become quiet enough to feel that you have not been walking alone. Now, as the night opens more deeply, there is another part of the message waiting beneath this one. It is the part your mind may have needed for a long time. It is the reminder that what has not arrived yet is not always missing. Sometimes it is still being arranged in a way your fear cannot see, and your sleep tonight can become the soft place where trust begins to return. What has not arrived yet is not always missing. Sometimes it is still being placed. Sometimes it is still being shaped. Sometimes the door you are waiting for is not closed forever. It is only not ready to open in the way your heart can safely enter. Before you sleep tonight, let this truth come close to you. The delay you have been calling rejection may be part of a deeper arrangement. The silence you have been calling abandonment may be life moving quietly behind the scenes. The waiting that has made you feel tired may not be empty. It may be preparing you, protecting you, softening you, and guiding you into something that can meet you in a better way. The mind does not always like waiting. The mind wants dates. It wants signs. It wants clear answers. It wants to know when the love will arrive, when the money will open, when the pain will soften, when the door will move, when the message will come, when the body will feel safe, when the heart will stop aching. The mind looks at the clock and says, "It is taking too long," but the soul has another way of understanding time. The soul knows that some things cannot be rushed without being harmed. A flower does not open because you keep asking it why it is still closed. A seed does not become a tree because you stand over the soil with fear. Some things grow in the dark first. Some things need quiet before they can be seen. Tonight, the universe may be asking you to stop calling yourself behind. You are not behind because someone else received something before you. You are not behind because your path has taken a different shape. You are not behind because your healing is slower than your mind wanted. You are not behind because the answer did not come on the day you begged for it. Life is not always late because it is quiet. Sometimes it is arranging pieces that your eyes cannot hold yet. Sometimes the one thing you wanted could have arrived earlier, but the earlier version would not have brought you peace. Sometimes timing is not punishment. Sometimes timing is protection. Think of what you have asked for. Maybe you asked for love that feels safe. Maybe you asked for a new beginning. Maybe you asked for freedom from fear. Maybe you asked for a home, a chance, a sign, a message, a way forward. Maybe you asked to feel guided again. And because it has not fully appeared, a tired part of you may have started to think, maybe it is not for me. But before you believe that thought tonight, breathe. Not every blessing announces itself at once. Some blessings first appear as endings. Some appear as delays. Some appear as a deep inner feeling that you cannot go back to the old way. Some appear as a quiet no that saves you from a louder pain later. Some appear as a season where life removes what cannot walk with you into the next chapter. You may have wanted the universe to send you what you asked for in the exact form your mind imagined. But the universe may be sending you something wiser. Not always easier, not always faster, but wiser. You may have asked for love, and life first began teaching you self-respect. You may have asked for peace, and life first showed you what keeps stealing it. You may have asked for abundance, and life first guided you to see where fear has been leading your choices. You may have asked for healing, and life first invited you to stop speaking to your body with anger. You may have asked for a new path, and life first made the old path feel too heavy to continue. This does not mean you were ignored. It may mean the message is deeper than the request. Before sleep, let your heart hear this softly. What is meant for me is being arranged in perfect time. Say it without forcing yourself to believe every word all at once. Let it come near. What is meant for me is being arranged in perfect time. Let it meet the part of you that is tired of waiting. Let it meet the part of you that checks for proof. Let it meet the part of you that feels forgotten when nothing visible changes. You do not need to know the whole plan tonight. You only need to give your nervous system permission to rest while the plan continues to form. There is a kind of trust that does not come from knowing. It comes from resting even when you do not know. It comes from saying, I do not see it yet, but I will not use this delay to destroy my peace. It comes from choosing not to turn waiting into self-hate. It comes from looking at the closed door and saying, maybe not this way, maybe not this moment, maybe not in this form, but life still knows how to guide me. This kind of trust is not weak. It takes strength to stop fighting the night. It takes courage to sleep without holding every fear in your hands. It takes love to say, I am willing to let the universe arrange what I cannot arrange tonight. Maybe you are waiting for a person to change. Maybe you are waiting for an answer from someone. Maybe you are waiting for a sign that a connection is still alive. And the waiting has become painful because your peace is tied to what another heart does or does not do. Tonight, the universe may be saying, return to yourself. Not because love does not matter, but because your soul matters too. Not because the answer is unimportant, but because you should not lose yourself while waiting for it. Sometimes, delay teaches you where you have handed your whole power to another person's choice. Sometimes the message is not, keep waiting harder. Sometimes the message is, come back to your own heart first. If love is meant to meet you, it will not require you to abandon yourself to make it arrive. If a door is meant to open, it will not need you to bleed your peace trying to force it. If a path is truly aligned, it will not ask you to become smaller and smaller just to stay on it. The universe does not want you to confuse waiting with suffering. Waiting with trust feels different from waiting with fear. Waiting with trust still lets you breathe. Waiting with trust still lets you live. Waiting with trust says, I am open, but I am not empty without this. I am willing, but I am not lost without proof. I welcome what is right, but I do not chase what harms me. Maybe you are waiting for money or support. Maybe your heart feels tight when you think about what you need. Maybe the numbers look the same, and because of that, the mind says nothing is moving. But support does not always begin as a big outer change. Sometimes support begins as a new thought, a clearer plan, a person you feel guided to speak with, a skill you feel pulled to learn, a simple step you have been avoiding, a calm feeling that helps you stop acting from panic, a small opening that did not look important at first. Do not reject small guidance because it does not look like the whole answer. Many large doors begin as small, quiet turns. Maybe you are waiting for healing in your body or mind. Maybe you want to feel different now. Maybe you are tired of being tired. Maybe you wish your thoughts would become quiet faster. Be gentle with yourself. Healing is not always a straight line. Some nights feel peaceful. Some nights bring old fears. Some mornings feel lighter. Some mornings feel heavy again. This does not mean nothing is changing. It may mean the body is learning safety little by little. It may mean the heart is releasing in layers. It may mean the mind is still practicing a new path. Do not make one hard night proof that you are not healing. One wave is not the whole ocean. Tonight, you are not being asked to understand why everything happened as it did. You are not being asked to bless every painful moment before you are ready. You are not being asked to pretend you are not tired. You are being invited to stop using the delay as proof that life is against you. That is the small change. That is the soft door. Instead of saying, "This has not happened, so I am forgotten," say, "This has not happened yet, and I am willing to trust that something is still moving." Instead of saying, "Why is my life late?" say, "Where am I being prepared?" Instead of saying, "Nothing is coming," say, "What quiet support is already near me?" There are times when the universe protects through delay. You may not see it until later. A door does not open, and at first it feels unfair. A person does not return, and at first it feels like loss. A plan changes, and at first it feels like a mistake. But after time passes, you may see that the closed door kept you from shrinking. The silence brought you back to your own voice. The delay gave you time to become stronger, clearer, wiser, and more honest. You may not be able to see that tonight. That is okay. You do not have to see the whole meaning to receive a little peace. Let yourself imagine that life is arranging some things gently while you sleep, not in a way you must control, not in a way you must check, not in a way you must fear, just quietly. A thought is being softened, a path is being cleared, a truth is rising. A wrong door is losing its power over you. A better choice is becoming easier. A heavy fear is loosening its hold. A new morning is waiting with one small step you could not see tonight. You do not need to stay awake to make the universe do its work. Some things become clearer after rest because the mind stops fighting long enough to listen. What is meant for me is being arranged in perfect time. Let this be the sentence that sits beside you tonight, not as pressure, not as a promise that everything will happen in the exact way your mind demands, but as a peaceful reminder that timing has wisdom. Let it help you stop digging up the seed. Let it help you stop checking the empty road every minute. Let it help you stop calling every delay a failure. You can care about your desire and still rest. You can want something deeply and still sleep. You can be open to receiving and still live in the present moment. Sometimes the thing you are waiting for also requires you to become ready in a new way. This is not a punishment. It is love. A love that arrives before you know your worth may become something you chase. Abundance that arrives before you feel safe receiving may become something you fear losing. A new path that arrives before you are willing to let go of the old identity may frighten you instead of freeing you, so life may gently prepare you. It may teach you boundaries. It may teach you calm. It may teach you patience. It may teach you self-kindness. It may teach you to stop using one outcome as the only proof that you are worthy. Preparation can feel like waiting when you do not understand it. But preparation is not empty. Every time you choose peace instead of panic, you are being prepared. Every time you speak kindly to yourself when the old voice wants to attack, you are being prepared. Every time you do not chase what hurts you, you are being prepared. Every time you take one honest step, you are being prepared. Every time you release one old belief before sleep, you are being prepared. Your outer life may not look different yet, but your inner life is learning a new language, and life hears that language. Tonight, if the mind says, "Why is it not here?" answer with softness. Maybe something is still being arranged. If the mind says, "What if I missed it?" answer with love. What belongs to my true path can still find me. If the mind says, "What if nothing changes?" answer with trust. Something can begin changing inside me tonight. You do not need to win an argument with fear. You only need to stop letting fear speak alone. Add a kinder voice. Add a steadier voice. Add the voice that says, "I am willing to believe there is more happening than I can see." There is peace in remembering that the universe does not need your panic to move. Your fear is not the engine of your blessing. Your overthinking is not what keeps life alive. Your control is not what makes the sun rise. Life has been moving long before you learned to worry. Your heart has been beating without your command. Your breath has been coming and going. Your body has been working in ways you do not fully understand. There is intelligence here. There is order here. There is a quiet love woven into life. Tonight, let yourself lean into that a little. Not perfectly, just a little. Before sleep, you can say, I release the need to know the whole path tonight. I trust the next step will meet me when I am ready. Feel how different that is from demanding the whole future. The whole future is too heavy for this hour. You only need the next step, and sometimes the next step is sleep. Sometimes the next step is forgiveness. Sometimes the next step is one simple question placed into the night. Sometimes the next step is taking your hand off what you cannot change and placing it gently over your own heart. That is not small. That is a return to yourself. The universe may have a message for you tonight, and it may be this: the answer is not lost. It may be ripening. The love is not impossible. It may be finding the form that honors you. The support is not gone. It may be coming through a channel you have not noticed yet. The healing is not failing. It may be moving in quiet layers. The path is not over. It may be turning in a direction your old self could not have planned. Let yourself sleep with that possibility. Not certainty from the mind, possibility from the heart. Do not let the delay make you bitter before the blessing has had time to form. Do not let one silent night make you believe the universe is silent forever. Do not let one closed door convince you that every door is closed. Do not let waiting turn you against yourself. You have come through too much to use this night as another place to wound your own spirit. Let tonight be different. Let this be the night you say, I do not understand everything, but I choose not to make fear my final answer. Let this be the night you allow trust to sit beside doubt without needing to force doubt away. What is meant for me is being arranged in perfect time. Say it again gently. Let the body hear it. Let the stomach soften. Let the jaw loosen. Let the shoulders fall away from the ears. Let the heart stop knocking so hard on the door of tomorrow. Tomorrow will come. The next step will come. The message will become clearer as you become softer. You do not need to carry every unknown into the dark. You can place some of it down. You can sleep as someone who is still being guided. You can rest as someone whose path has not ended simply because it is not fully visible. And as you rest with this truth, another message begins to rise. If something is still being arranged, then there is no need to carry the pain of today into the night. There is no need to replay every mistake, every word, every worry, every heavy feeling. What is being prepared needs space inside you. Peace needs space. Guidance needs space. So before the night takes you deeper, your heart is invited to let go. Release what hurt you today, dear heart. not because it did not matter, not because your feelings were too much, not because you should be over it by now. Release it because you deserve one place where the pain does not keep repeating. Release it because the night was not made to be a prison for today's wounds. Release it because your body has carried enough. Release it because the mind needs rest from the same hard pictures. Release it because peace cannot enter a room that is filled from wall to wall with old arguments. Tonight, you do not have to carry every sharp moment into sleep. Maybe today hurt in a loud way. Maybe there was a word, a message, a silence, a disappointment, a worry, or a memory that came back with force. Or maybe today hurt quietly. Maybe nothing dramatic happened, but you felt heavy inside. Maybe you felt unseen. Maybe you felt behind. Maybe you felt tired of being strong. Maybe a small thing touched an old wound. Sometimes the smallest moment opens the deepest place. Do not judge yourself for that. The heart has its own memory. The body has its own way of saying, this still needs care. Tonight, you can give care without turning the feeling into another battle. You do not need to replay the whole day to prove that it mattered. You do not need to keep thinking about what happened so the universe knows you were hurt. Life already knows. Your heart already knows. You can honor the pain without living inside it all night. There is a difference between feeling and feeding. Feeling says, this hurt me. Feeding says, I must live this again and again until I am exhausted. Tonight, let yourself feel with kindness, then loosen your grip. You are allowed to say, yes, this hurt, and I am still allowed to rest. If you made a mistake today, release the punishment. Learn what you can, but do not beat yourself with the lesson. A mistake does not need to become your whole identity. A wrong word, a delayed task, an emotional moment, a fear-based choice, or a tired reaction does not mean you are failing at life. It means you are human and learning. Before sleep, the mind can become very cruel if you let it review the day without love. It can take one moment and turn it into a story about your worth. Do not let it do that tonight. Say, I can learn from this without hating myself. Maybe there was something you wish you had done better. Maybe you wish you had spoken more calmly. Maybe you wish you had said no. Maybe you wish you had not checked, not answered, not worried, not rushed, not doubted yourself. Be gentle. Awareness is not meant to become a whip. If the day showed you something, thank the lesson and release the attack. You can say, tomorrow I can choose again. Tonight, I forgive myself enough to rest. Let those words be simple. Forgiveness before sleep does not need to be grand. Sometimes it is only the choice to stop using your tired mind as a place of punishment. If someone else hurt you today, release the need to keep holding their energy in your body. This does not mean what they did was fine. It does not mean you must trust them. It does not mean you must forget. It does not mean you must welcome them close again. It means you do not let their words or actions take over your night. You can set a boundary tomorrow. You can speak when the time is right. You can choose distance if distance is needed. But tonight, your spirit needs rest. Do not let someone else's behavior become the voice that sings you to sleep. There is a soft sentence you can use when resentment begins to rise. I release this from my body for tonight. Not forever, if forever feels too hard. Not perfectly, just for tonight. I release this from my body for tonight. Let the body hear that it does not have to keep holding the tightness. Let the shoulders know they do not have to carry the argument. Let the stomach know it does not have to hold the fear. Let the jaw know it does not have to keep speaking words you never said. The body is not a storage place for every pain. It is a living home, and tonight that home deserves peace. Sometimes release feels impossible because the mind thinks release means approval. But release is not approval. Release is freedom. Release is taking your energy back from the thing that hurt you. Release is saying, this may have happened, but it will not be the last voice inside me tonight. Release is saying, my peace matters too. Release is saying, I do not need to hold fire in my own hands to prove that I was burned. Release is not weakness. It is a wise kind of strength. It is the strength to stop letting pain travel with you into every quiet hour. You can take the lesson and leave the heaviness. Maybe the lesson is that you need more rest. Maybe the lesson is that a boundary is needed. Maybe the lesson is that a certain thought has been hurting you. Maybe the lesson is that you are still seeking approval from a place that cannot give you peace. Maybe the lesson is that you keep saying yes when your soul means no. Take the lesson. Do not take the shame. Take the wisdom. Do not take the wound as your identity. Take the truth. Do not take the fear into your dreams. Before sleep, imagine placing the day in a bowl of soft light. Everything that happened goes there. The good, the hard, the strange, the unfinished, the words, the worries, the little joys, the heavy thoughts. You do not have to sort all of it tonight. You do not have to decide what it all means. You simply place it down. You let the universe hold what your heart cannot hold right now. You say, this day is complete for now. I release what I cannot carry into rest. Let that image be easy. Let it be simple. You are not performing. You are letting go little by little. Maybe your mind wants to keep one problem open because it believes sleep is unsafe until the problem is solved. Tell the mind, we will return to this with more light. There are some things that cannot be healed in a tired state. There are some words that should not be spoken from midnight fear. There are some choices that become clearer after the nervous system has rested. You do not need to force clarity from a frightened mind. You can wait for the morning. The morning has a different light. A rested heart can see a step that a tired heart could not see. Release the need to understand why every person acted the way they did. Release the need to know why the message did not come. Release the need to solve another person's heart. Release the need to prove your worth in a situation that made you feel small. Release the need to keep checking the old pain. Release the need to keep asking, what is wrong with me? And begin asking, what part of me needs love tonight? That question changes everything. It does not pull you into shame. It brings you back to care. It makes you your own safe place. If sadness is here, let it be held. Sadness does not need to be fixed before sleep. Sometimes sadness only needs a softer place to rest. You can say, I see you, sadness. You can be here without taking over my whole night. If anger is here, let it be heard without letting it burn you. You can say, I see what mattered to me. I will care for my boundary with love. If fear is here, let it be comforted. I see you are trying to protect me. We are safe enough in this moment. If loneliness is here, sit beside it inwardly. I am here with you. I will not leave myself tonight. There is healing in speaking to each feeling as if it belongs to you but does not own you. The feeling is present, but it is not your whole life. The wound is open, but it is not your whole future. The thought is loud, but it is not the voice of the universe. The fear is moving, but it is not a command. When you can name what is here with kindness, you begin to separate from it. You are not the storm. You are the one learning to breathe while the storm passes. You are not the wound. You are the one bringing love to the wound. Tonight, release the story that you should have been perfect. This story is too heavy. No one becomes peaceful by demanding perfection from a human heart. You are allowed to have tired moments. You are allowed to need time. You are allowed to learn slowly. You are allowed to change without hating who you were. You are allowed to say, I did not handle everything as I wished, but I am still worthy of kindness. Let this be a new kind of bedtime prayer. Not a prayer to become flawless, but a prayer to become gentle enough to grow. If the day carried disappointment, release the belief that disappointment means the end. A plan not working today does not mean nothing will ever work. A person not showing up today does not mean love cannot reach you. A hard feeling today does not mean peace is gone forever. The mind often takes one moment and tries to make it permanent, but you are not living inside one moment forever. Life moves, energy moves, feelings move, doors move, you move. Let the day be one chapter, not the whole book. Let the night close the page gently. I release this day with love. I am safe to rest. Let this sentence become your soft ending. I release this day with love. I am safe to rest. You are not saying the day was perfect. You are saying you do not need to keep living it right now. You are not saying nothing hurt. You are saying the hurt does not need to hold your body through the night. You are not saying every question is answered. You are saying rest is allowed even before the answer comes. This is a beautiful kind of trust. It gives the heart permission to stop standing guard. Release the heavy words you said to yourself today. Maybe you called yourself behind, foolish, weak, too much, not enough, unlucky, broken, or hard to love. Those words are not medicine. They are not guidance. They are old pain speaking in your own voice. Tonight, take them back. Say, I will not let cruel words be my final words to myself. Replace one harsh sentence with one kind sentence. Instead of I failed, say I am learning. Instead of I am behind, say I am moving in my own timing. Instead of I am alone, say I am here with myself and life is near. One new sentence can change the feeling of the night. Release the pressure to know what tomorrow will bring. Tomorrow is not here to be controlled tonight. It will meet you when it comes. You can prepare in simple ways, but you do not need to suffer through it before it arrives. Let tomorrow stay outside the door for now. Let tonight be tonight. Let the bed be a place of return, not another desk for the mind to work at. Let your breath be a friend, not a task. Let the darkness be soft, not frightening. Let yourself remember that rest is part of healing, part of guidance, part of trust. There may still be things left unfinished. That is okay. Life is full of unfinished things, unfinished tasks, unfinished healing, unfinished conversations, unfinished dreams, unfinished plans. But unfinished does not mean unsafe. Unfinished does not mean forgotten. Unfinished does not mean failed. You can sleep while some things remain open. You can rest while life continues to arrange. You can be at peace even before every answer has arrived. This may feel new to the part of you that only rests when everything is done. Teach that part gently. Say, we do not need completion to receive peace tonight. Let the release move through the body in simple ways. Let the forehead soften. Let the eyes rest. Let the tongue relax. Let the throat stop holding unsaid words. Let the chest open a little. Let the belly unclench. Let the hands loosen. Let the legs become heavy. Let the body know that this day is over. It does not have to keep running. It does not have to keep defending. It does not have to keep proving. It can come back to the simple truth of being alive, being held, being here. I release this day with love. I am safe to rest. Let it move through you again. Maybe today was beautiful in places. Release even the beautiful parts with gratitude so you do not cling. Maybe today was hard in places. Release the hard parts with compassion so you do not carry them into your dreams. Maybe today was ordinary. Release the ordinary too, because tomorrow will have its own breath. Nothing needs to be held too tightly tonight. What is yours will not be lost because you sleep. What is meant to guide you can still reach you in peace. And as you release what hurt you today, your inner world becomes quieter. The heart has more room. The body has more space. The mind is no longer filled with every sharp edge of the day. In this softer space, guidance can be heard more clearly. The universe does not always shout over a crowded mind. Sometimes it waits until you have placed down the heavy things. Then it speaks through a calm feeling, a small knowing, a gentle pull, a simple next step. And this leads to the next message, the one that may already be resting inside you. Your heart already knows the next step, even if your mind does not know the whole path. This is the message that may be waiting underneath the fear tonight. You may think you are completely lost because you do not have every answer, but maybe you are not lost. Maybe you are only trying to see too far ahead. Maybe the mind wants the whole road, while the heart is quietly offering one small step. And one step is enough for tonight. One step is how a new path begins. One honest feeling, one peaceful choice, one clear no, one soft yes, one breath that brings you back to yourself. The universe does not always give the full map because the full map can frighten the part of you that is still learning to trust. If you saw every turn, every delay, every lesson, every new beginning, every ending, and every moment of growth all at once, your mind might become tired before you even began. So life often guides gently. It gives the next light, not the whole sun. It gives the next feeling, not the whole future. It gives the next word, the next nudge, the next door, the next simple act of care. The heart understands this better than the mind. The heart can move with one true step. Maybe you have been asking, what should I do with my life? That is a very large question to carry before sleep. Let it become smaller. Ask, what is the next loving step? Feel the difference. One question tightens the whole body because it feels too big. The other opens a little space because it asks only for what is near. What is the next loving step? Maybe it is rest. Maybe it is honesty. Maybe it is not answering from fear. Maybe it is asking for help. Maybe it is drinking water, writing something down, making a plan tomorrow, leaving something alone, or forgiving yourself enough to sleep. Your heart speaks in quiet ways. It may not sound like a voice. It may feel like peace around one choice. It may feel like tightness around another. It may feel like a repeated thought that keeps returning softly, not with panic, but with truth. It may feel like tiredness when you keep forcing a path that no longer fits. It may feel like relief when you imagine letting something go. It may feel like warmth when you think of one small dream. It may feel like a calm no or a calm yes. These feelings are not random. Sometimes they are the language of the soul. The mind often mistrusts the heart because the heart does not always explain itself wise. See logic. The mind says, "Give me proof, give me a reason, give me a promise that everything will work." The heart says, "This feels peaceful." The mind says, "But what if I am wrong?" The heart says, "Take one honest step and listen again." The mind wants certainty before movement. The heart often gives clarity through movement. This does not mean you act wildly or ignore wisdom. It means you stop waiting for perfect certainty before you honor what you already know deep inside. There may be something you already know, but you have been afraid to admit it. Maybe you know you need more rest. Maybe you know a habit is hurting you. Maybe you know a certain connection keeps pulling you away from yourself. Maybe you know you are ready to begin something small. Maybe you know you need to stop waiting for someone else to choose peace for you. Maybe you know you have been saying yes when your whole body means no. Tonight, do not shame yourself for knowing. Let the knowing be gentle. Truth does not have to arrive as punishment. Truth can arrive as freedom. Your heart already knows how to hear the universe because your heart is not separate from life. It has been listening longer than your mind can remember. It knows the feeling of love. It knows the feeling of peace. It knows when something feels heavy for too long. It knows when your body is tired of pretending. It knows when you are forcing, chasing, shrinking, or hiding. It also knows when something is good for your spirit. It knows the quiet joy of a true path. It knows the relief of honesty. It knows the softness of real support. The heart may speak quietly, but it is not foolish. Before sleep, place one hand on your heart if that feels natural. Not as a rule, not as a perfect practice, only as a small sign to yourself that you are willing to listen. Let your attention rest there. Ask gently, "What are you trying to tell me?" Then do not rush the answer. The answer may not come in words. It may come as a feeling. It may come as tears. It may come as a sense of release. It may come tomorrow. It may come as the simple knowing that tonight you need rest more than more thinking. Let that be enough. The heart does not like to be forced. It opens when it feels safe. Sometimes the next step is not exciting. Sometimes it is very simple. The mind may reject it because it wanted something dramatic. But life often changes through simple steps repeated with love. The next step may be to sleep earlier, to stop checking the thing that hurts you, to speak kindly to the body, to write one honest sentence, to clean one small space, to answer one message, to not answer one message, to say a prayer without begging, to let yourself cry without calling yourself weak, to choose peace for one night. Do not overlook simple guidance. Simple does not mean powerless. The universe often speaks through peace, but peace is not always what the old sea elf wants. The old self may want excitement, proof, control, and quick results. Peace may say, do not chase. Peace may say, wait. Peace may say, let that door close. Peace may say, begin again quietly. Peace may say, take care of your body. Peace may say, stop asking for love from a place that keeps giving confusion. Peace may say, you already know this is not your path. And because peace does not always flatter the old pattern, the mind may ignore it. Tonight, let yourself respect peace as a form of guidance. There is also guidance in discomfort, but not the kind that harms your spirit. There is a clean discomfort that comes when truth is asking to be heard. It may feel like, I cannot keep living this way. It may feel like, I am tired of pretending. It may feel like, something needs to change. This kind of discomfort is not here to shame you. It is here to wake you with love. It is different from fear. Fear says, you are not safe unless you control everything. Truth says, this old way no longer supports your soul. Learn the difference slowly. The body can help you understand if a thought makes you feel small, desperate, and unworthy. Pause before calling it guidance. If a choice makes you betray yourself to keep someone close, pause before calling it love. If a path requires you to abandon your peace again and again, pause before calling it destiny. The universe does not guide you by making you disappear. It may challenge you, yes. It may ask you to grow, yes. But true guidance brings you closer to your own soul, not farther away from it. True guidance may feel brave, but it does not ask you to hate yourself. Your heart may already know the next step, but the mind may be afraid of what that step means. If the step is rest, the mind may fear falling behind. If the step is a boundary, the mind may fear disappointing someone. If the step is a new beginning, the mind may fear failure. If the step is letting go, the mind may fear emptiness. If the step is receiving, the mind may fear losing control. Be kind to the fear. Fear often rises at the edge of a new life. It does not always mean stop. Sometimes it means move gently. Sometimes it means take a smaller step. Sometimes it means bring more love with you. Tonight, you do not need to make a huge decision. Let that pressure fall away. You do not need to change your whole life before morning. You do not need to solve every relationship, every dream, every plan, every old wound. Just ask for the next step. One step, the step that belongs to peace, the step that honors your body, the step that does not come from panic, the step that feels kind, honest, and possible. The next step is enough because life can meet you there. When you take one step, another can appear. When you listen once, listening becomes easier. Your heart knows how to hear the universe. Let this sentence become soft inside you. My heart knows how to hear the universe. It may not hear. through noise. It may not hear while you are attacking yourself. It may not hear while you are trying to force life into one shape. But it hears in quiet. It hears in honesty. It hears in the breath after crying. It hears in the peace that comes when you stop pretending. It hears in the little pull toward what heals you. It hears in the stillness before sleep, when the world is no longer asking you to perform. Maybe tonight, the next step is to stop asking the old question. Stop asking, "Why am I not chosen?" and begin asking, "How can I choose myself with love?" Stop asking, "Why is nothing happening?" and begin asking, "What quiet change is already beginning?" Stop asking, "What if I fail?" and begin asking, "What small step would support me?" Stop asking, "Why am I behind?" and begin asking, "How is my path preparing me?" A new question can open a new road inside the mind. A new road inside the mind can change how you walk tomorrow. Maybe the next step is to listen to what your body has been saying. If your body is tired, the message may be rest. If your chest tightens every time you think of a certain situation, the message may be to slow down and listen. If your stomach turns when you say yes, the message may be that your no deserves respect. If your shoulders soften when you imagine one direction, the message may be peace. The body is not only something to carry around, it is part of your inner wisdom. It often tells the truth before the mind is ready to say it. Maybe the next step is to allow the answer to come tomorrow. That is still guidance. The mind often thinks guidance means getting the answer right now. But sometimes guidance says, sleep first. A tired heart can mistake fear for truth. A rested heart can feel the difference. A tired mind can turn a small problem into a mountain. A rested mind can see the path around it. A tired body can feel unsafe even when there is support near. A rested body can receive peace more easily. So if the answer is not clear tonight, do not force it. Rest may be the bridge to clarity. You may have been trained to believe that only hard thinking solves problems. But soft listening can also open doors. Not lazy listening, not avoiding life. Soft listening means you stop shouting over your own soul. You stop rushing past the quiet knowing. You stop calling fear wisdom just because it speaks loudly. You stop asking the universe for signs while ignoring the peace or discomfort already inside you. The next step may not need to be found outside. It may need to be honored inside. There is a reason your heart feels lighter around some thoughts and heavier around others. There is a reason some choices make your breath open and some choices make your body close. There is a reason some dreams keep returning even when you try to forget them. There is a reason some old patterns now feel painful in a new way. These may be messages, not messages to frighten you, messages to bring you back. The universe can speak through life around you, but it can also speak through life within you. Your inner world is not separate from guidance. Tonight, let yourself ask one simple question. What is the most loving next step for me? Then listen without pressure. If nothing comes, that is okay. The question itself is a seed. It may open in sleep. It may open tomorrow. It may open through a calm feeling later. Do not dig it up. Do not demand. Do not say, I asked and nothing happened. Trust the question. Trust the quiet. Trust that something in you heard it. The heart does not always answer on command. Sometimes it answers when you stop gripping. The most loving next step may be smaller than you expect. It may not impress anyone. It may not look like a big spiritual moment. It may simply be to be kinder to yourself tonight. To stop replaying the hurt, to drink water, to put the phone down, to breathe slowly, to forgive one layer, to release one fear, to sleep with a softer sentence in your mind. But small steps taken from love have a different power. They teach the subconscious we are safe to change. They tell life, I am willing to cooperate. They tell the heart, I am listening now. My heart knows how to hear the universe. Say it slowly. My heart knows how to hear the universe. If you have ignored your heart before, do not use that as another reason to blame yourself. You can begin again tonight. If fear has been louder than peace, you can begin again tonight. If you have followed old patterns, you can begin again tonight. The heart does not close forever because you forgot to listen. It waits. It keeps sending quiet messages. It keeps hoping you will return. And now, here you are, before sleep, returning. Let the universe's message become simple enough to carry into dreams. You are not forgotten. What is meant for you is being arranged in the right time. You can release what hurt you today. Your heart already knows the next step. You do not need the whole future tonight. You do not need to control the timing. You do not need to carry pain as proof that it mattered. You do not need to silence your heart. You only need to soften enough to receive the next loving message. And as your heart becomes quieter, another truth begins to appear. If your heart can hear the universe, then the way you ask matters. The questions you bring into the night matter. The words you place inside your mind before sleep matter. Fear asks one kind of question, and trust asks another. And tonight, you are being gently guided to stop asking from fear and begin asking from trust. Tonight, stop asking from fear and begin asking from trust. This is one of the most gentle changes you can make before sleep. The words may look simple, but the feeling behind them can change the whole direction of your mind. Fear asks one kind of question. Trust asks another. Fear asks, what if everything goes wrong? Trust asks, how is life guiding me through this? Fear asks, why am I not safe? Trust asks, where is peace already available to me now? Fear asks, why has nothing changed? Trust asks, what quiet change is beginning inside me tonight? The question you carry into sleep becomes the road your mind walks through the night. Many people do not realize that they are praying to their fear. They may not call it prayer, but they repeat the same fearful questions again and again. Why does this always happen to me? Why am I never chosen? Why is money so hard? Why can I not heal? Why does life not help me? Why am I so behind? The mind hears these questions and begins searching for answers that match them. It brings old memories. It brings proof of pain. It brings reasons to stay afraid. It does not do this because it hates you. It does this because the mind is a faithful searcher. It goes where your questions send it. So tonight, be careful with the questions you place inside your heart. Do not give your mind a fearful job before sleep. Do not ask it to search for every possible danger while your body is trying to rest. Give it a softer direction. Give it a kinder path. Ask, how is the universe helping me in ways I cannot see yet? Ask, what is being made clear for me while I rest? Ask, how can I feel safe enough to receive guidance tonight? Ask, what loving thought can I carry into sleep? These questions open the door instead of closing the body. A question asked from fear usually feels tight. It makes the chest close. It makes the body alert. It makes the mind run. It makes the night feel like a place of danger. A question asked from trust feels different. It may still carry longing. It may still carry honesty. It may still come from a heart that wants help, but it does not attack you. It does not frighten you. It does not make you feel small. It opens something. It gives your inner world permission to look for support, not only problems. It says to the deeper mind, there may be another way to see this. Tonight, notice the difference between begging and receiving. Begging says, please make this happen or I cannot be okay. Receiving says, I welcome what is right for me and I am willing to be guided. Begging comes from fear. Receiving comes from trust. Begging holds the desire so tightly that the body cannot breathe. Receiving opens the hands and says, I care deeply, but I do not need to fight the whole universe tonight. This does not mean you stop wanting what matters to you. It means you stop making your peace depend on forcing the answer before morning. You can ask with trust even when you are tired. You can ask with trust even when you do not know what comes next. You can ask with trust even when part of you is still afraid. Trust does not mean every doubt is gone. Trust means you choose not to let doubt be the only voice. Trust means you allow one softer thought to stand beside the fear. Trust means that while the mind says, "What if nothing works?" the heart gently answers, "What if life is still helping me?" This is enough. A small shift in the question can create a small opening in the soul. Before sleep, the question is not only about what you want to receive, it is also about the state you want to sleep in. If you ask from panic, the body sleeps inside panic. If you ask from anger, the heart sleeps inside anger. If you ask from trust, even a little trust, the night becomes gentler. The body does not need a perfect life to soften. It needs a safe message. It needs to hear, "You can rest now. You are not alone with this. Something wiser than fear can hold this with you." That message can begin changing the way you meet the night. Maybe you have been asking, "When will my blessing arrive?" Tonight ask, "How can I become open to the blessing that is right for me?" Maybe you have been asking, "Why did this person hurt me?" Tonight ask, "How can I return to my peace without needing the past to change?" Maybe you have been asking, "Why is money not flowing?" Tonight ask, "What wise and calm step can support my abundance?" Maybe you have been asking, "Why do I feel so anxious?" Tonight ask, "What does my body need to feel safer?" These softer questions do not deny your desire. They guide it with love. Fear often wants the answer to come in one exact form. It says, "It must be this person. It must be this door. It must be this timing. It must be this plan." If it does not come this way, then nothing good is coming. Trust gives life more room. Trust says, "I am open to the right path, even if it looks different from the one I imagined." Trust says, "I allow the universe to answer in ways that protect my peace." Trust says, "I do not need to shrink my whole future into one narrow door." Tonight, loosen the grip around how the answer must appear. There is a reason this matters before sleep. The last question you hold at night can become the first feeling you meet in the morning. If you sleep with, "What if I am forgotten?" you may wake with heaviness. If you sleep with, "How is life guiding me?" you may wake with a little more openness. Not because everything has magically changed in one night, but because your inner direction has changed. You are no longer sending the mind into darkness to collect fear. You are sending it into rest with a lamp of trust. A loving question does not force the universe. It prepares the heart. It does not demand that life obey your fear. It invites you to notice the support that may already be moving. It helps the mind stop arguing with reality for one moment. It helps the body feel that it does not have to brace against every unknown. It helps the heart remember that guidance can come in many forms. A loving question is like opening a window before sleep. The room may still be the same room, but fresh air begins to enter. Ask tonight, "Universe, what loving message do you have for me?" Then do not chase the answer. Do not make the question another form of pressure. Do not lie awake waiting for a sign to appear in a perfect sentence. Ask, then soften. Ask, then breathe. Ask, then allow. The answer may come as peace. It may come as a dream. It may come as a feeling tomorrow. It may come as a small choice that suddenly feels clear. It may come as the strength to let something go. It may come as the courage to take one step. Let the answer come in its own way. If your mind says, "But what if nothing comes?" answer gently, even rest is an answer. If the body finally softens, that is an answer. If the heart stops racing for a few minutes, that is an answer. If you wake with less heaviness, that is an answer. If tomorrow you see one small sign of support, that is an answer. Do not reject the simple answers because your fear wanted something dramatic. The universe often speaks in ordinary ways. A calm breath can be guidance. A soft no can be guidance. A peaceful yes can be guidance. A sudden desire to care for yourself can be guidance. Trust does not need to be loud. It can be a whisper. It can be one sentence. It can be the choice to not check the same thing again before sleep. It can be putting the phone down. It can be closing your eyes without solving every question. It can be saying, "I do not know, but I am willing to be guided." That is trust, too. Do not wait until you feel fully brave before you practice trust. Practice trust while the heart is still learning. Practice trust while the old fear still speaks. Practice trust as a gentle return, not a perfect performance. Tonight, if fear asks, "What if I lose?" let trust ask, "What if life is leading me to something safer?" If fear asks, "What if I am rejected?" let trust ask, "What if I am being guided toward a love that feels peaceful?" If fear asks, "What if I am too late?" let trust ask, "What if my timing is still sacred?" If fear asks, "What if I cannot change?" let trust ask, "What if one small loving choice tonight is already change?" These questions are not empty words. They are new paths inside the mind. You are allowed to want answers. You are allowed to ask for help. You are allowed to desire love, peace, healing, abundance, and direction. The shift is not that you stop asking. The shift is that you stop asking as if you are abandoned. You stop asking as if life is against you. You stop asking as if the universe must be forced to care. You begin asking as someone who is already included in life. You begin asking as someone whose heart is worthy of being heard. You begin asking as someone who can receive gently, not only chase desperately. Tonight, I ask with trust and allow life to answer. Let that sentence become your bridge. Tonight, I ask with trust and allow life to answer. You do not have to know how the answer will come. You do not have to decide what sign the universe must use. You do not have to keep your body awake to prove that your desire matters. You can ask and rest. You can care and release. You can desire and still be peaceful. This is a softer way to live inside your own heart. The universe does not need you to be afraid in order to hear you. Your fear is not what makes your prayer stronger. Love makes it clearer. Peace makes it easier to receive. Trust makes the heart more open. Before you sleep, let your question be wrapped in trust, not panic. Let it rise from the quiet place in you that still believes life can be kind. Let it rise from the part of you that has not given up on goodness. Let it rise like a small light in the dark. Then leave it there. Let it glow without holding it too tightly. And now that the heart knows how to ask from trust, let the message become a simple night practice, not something heavy, not something complicated, not another rule to follow, only a soft ritual that helps your body rest, your mind open, and your soul receive what the universe is trying to whisper before sleep. Tonight, give yourself 60 gentle seconds before sleep, not to fix your life, not to force a sign, not to make the universe answer in the exact way your mind wants. Give yourself 60 seconds to come back to your heart. Give yourself one quiet minute where you stop running, stop gripping, stop replaying, and stop asking from fear. 1 minute may sound small, but a loving minute can change the way the night receives you. A loving minute can become a doorway. A loving minute can tell your body, the day is over. We are safe enough to soften now. Begin by letting the body know that nothing is being demanded from it. You do not need to sit perfectly. You do not need to breathe perfectly. You do not need to feel peaceful right away. You do not need to see images, hear words, or receive a clear sign immediately. This practice is not about pressure. It is about softening. It is about placing your heart in a kinder space before sleep. It is about giving the deeper mind a message that says, tonight we are not living inside fear. Tonight we are listening from love. Place one hand over your heart if that feels right for you. Let the hand be warm and simple. Let it be a sign that you are here with yourself. So often, the heart spends the whole day waiting for care. It waits while you answer messages. It waits while you work. It waits while you solve things. It waits while you take care of other people. It waits while you push through your own feelings. Tonight, for 1 minute, let the heart know it does not have to wait anymore. Let your hand say, I am here, I am listening. I will not leave you alone in this night. Take one slow breath. Do not force it. Let it come in gently and leave gently. Then take another. Let the breath be natural. The breath is not a test. It is a return. With the breath coming in, imagine that peace is entering the places that have been tight. With the breath leaving, imagine that the day is leaving your body little by little. The old worry does not have to leave all at once. The sadness does not have to disappear in one breath. The body only needs a signal. A small signal of safety can begin a larger softening. Now whisper inwardly, "Universe, what loving message do you have for me tonight?" Let the question be simple. Let it be humble. Let it be open. Do not ask like someone trying to control the answer. Ask like someone willing to receive. Ask like someone who knows guidance may come softly. Ask like someone who trusts that even silence can carry peace. Universe, what loving message do you have for me tonight? Let the words rest inside you. They do not need to climb. They do not need to chase. They only need to open a small door. After you ask, do not think hard. This is the part that may feel new. Many people ask and then immediately begin searching with the mind. They ask for guidance and then try to force guidance. They ask for a message and then become tense because the message is not instant. But this practice is not about grabbing the answer. It is about becoming available. Think of your heart as a quiet lake. If you keep touching the water, the surface cannot become still enough to reflect the sky. Ask the question, then let the water settle. The answer may come when the mind stops making waves. For these 60 seconds, allow yourself to feel whatever is present without naming it too much. If peace comes, let peace be there. If sadness comes, let sadness be held. If nothing comes, let nothing be enough. If tears come, let them come softly. If your mind wanders, return to the question, "Universe, what loving message do you have for me tonight?" Then breathe again. You are not failing if thoughts appear. You are not failing if the body still feels tense. Each return is part of the practice. Each return tells the heart, "I am willing to listen again." You may receive a message as a feeling. Maybe the feeling is rest. Maybe the feeling is let go. Maybe the feeling is wait. Maybe the feeling is forgive yourself. Maybe the feeling is stop chasing. Maybe the feeling is you are safe tonight. Do not reject a feeling because it is simple. The deepest guidance often comes in simple form because the soul does not need hard language to understand love. If the message feels kind, peaceful, steady, and true, let it sit with you. If a thought feels harsh, frightening, or cruel, it is not the loving voice of the universe. Let it pass. You may receive a message as a sentence. It may be very short. Rest now. Trust the timing. Come back to yourself. You are not forgotten. Do not carry this tonight. One step tomorrow. Let peace hold this. Let the sentence be enough. You do not need a long speech from the universe. Sometimes one sentence can become a lantern for the whole night. One loving sentence can reach deeper than 1,000 worried thoughts. One simple truth can soften the place where fear has been loud. You may receive nothing clause, ear in the moment. that is also okay. Do not turn the practice into disappointment. The question has still been planted. The heart has still been touched. The nervous system has still received a softer direction. Guidance may come later when you stop waiting for it. It may come in a dream. It may come in the morning as a calm thought. It may come through a small sign during the day. It may come through the sudden knowing that one worry no longer feels as powerful. The universe does not always answer on the mind's schedule, but a loving question is never wasted. After asking, release control. This is the quiet center of the practice. Release the need to know tonight. Release the need to be sure. Release the need to decide how the answer should appear. Release the need to measure the message. Let the answer belong to life for now. You have asked, you have opened, you have listened. Now you can rest. The seed does not need to watch itself grow. The heart does not need to stay awake to prove it is open. The universe can continue speaking in ways that do not require your effort. Say softly, I ask, I soften, I listen, and I receive. Let each word have space. I ask. This means you are allowed to bring your longing to life. I soften. This means you do not need to hold the question with fear. I listen. This means you become quiet enough to notice peace. I receive. This means you allow guidance, love, and support to come in forms you may not control. I ask, I soften, I listen, and I receive. This is a beautiful way to end the day. It is simple enough for the body to trust. If you want, choose one area of your life for this practice. Do not bring 10 worries into the night. Choose one. Love, money, peace, healing, timing, family, work, self-worth, or the next step. Let the question be focused but gentle. If it is love, ask, Universe, what loving message do you have for my heart tonight? If it is money, ask, what calm step can support me? If it is healing, ask, what does my body need from me? If it is timing, ask, how can I trust what is still being prepared? If it is self-worth, ask, how can I speak to myself with more love? The practice becomes stronger when it stays gentle. Do not repeat the question with panic. Do not ask 50 times as if the universe did not hear the first one. Ask once or twice with feeling. Then let the night hold it. Repetition can be beautiful when it is calm, but painful when it becomes pressure. Let your practice feel like placing a flower beside the bed, not like banging on a locked door. Guidance is not a prize you win by forcing. It is a relationship you enter by softening. If your mind tries to interrupt, let it interrupt without anger. It may say, this is silly. It may say, nothing will happen. It may say, you should be worrying. Smile inwardly at the old voice. It is only used to fear. It may not yet understand peace. Say, thank you for trying to protect me. Tonight, we are practicing a softer way. Then return to the breath. Return to the hand on the heart. Return to the question. You are teaching the mind a new bedtime language. It may take time. That is okay. Some nights, this ritual may bring deep peace. Some nights, it may only bring a tiny bit of relief. Some nights, you may fall asleep before finishing. That is not failure. Falling asleep into a gentle question is beautiful. It means the body trusted enough to let go. You do not need to complete the practice perfectly for it to help you. The intention matters. The loving direction matters. The way you end the day matters. Each night you return, you create a new path inside your mind. Let the ritual be yours. Let it fit your real life. Maybe you do it lying down. Maybe you do it sitting on the edge of the bed. Maybe you whisper the question. Maybe you only think it. Maybe you write one sentence before sleep. Maybe you place your hand on your heart and breathe. The form can be simple. What matters is the feeling. I am listening from love. I am not using this night to hurt myself. I am opening to a message that brings peace. The 60-second ritual is not about escaping life. It is about meeting life from a calmer place. Tomorrow may still ask things of you. There may still be tasks, choices, and responsibilities. But you do not need to enter tomorrow carrying tonight's panic. You can enter with a softer heart. You can let the deeper mind rest in a question that heals instead of a question that harms. You can allow sleep to become part of your spiritual practice. You can let the night be a place where fear loosens and trust begins. I ask, I soften, I listen, and I receive. Let this be the rhythm. Ask for the loving message. Soften the body. Listen without force. Receive in whatever peaceful form the answer comes. If the answer is rest, receive rest. If the answer is patience, receive patience. If the answer is a small step, receive the step. If the answer is silence, receive the silence as space. The universe does not always fill every quiet moment with words. Sometimes it fills it with presence. Sometimes presence is the message. Before you move into sleep, let the ritual become a blessing. May this night be gentle with my mind. May my heart be open to what is loving and true. May fear leave my body little by little. May the answer come in the right way. May I rest without needing to control the whole path. May I wake with a clearer heart. May I notice the signs of support around me. May I remember that the universe can speak through peace. Now the heart is softer. The mind has a kinder question. The body has received permission to rest. The night has become more than the end of the day. It has become a doorway for guidance. And in this doorway, the words you speak to yourself become important. They become seeds in the subconscious. They become the quiet voice that follows you into sleep. So now let the message become a gentle flow of affirmations, simple enough to remember, soft enough to receive, and loving enough to carry you through the night. Let these words enter your subconscious like soft light. Do not force them. Do not push them into the mind. Do not repeat them as if you are trying to win a battle with yourself. Let them come close slowly. Let them sit beside you. Let them touch the places that have been tense, tired, worried, and alone. The deeper mind does not need to be shouted at. It needs safety. It needs steady love. It needs a calm voice that returns again and again. Tonight, give your subconscious words that feel like a warm blanket, not a heavy command. I am safe tonight. Let that be the first message. I am safe tonight. Not because every part of life is solved, not because every question is answered, not because there is nothing to care for tomorrow. I am safe tonight because this moment is asking only for rest. I am safe enough to breathe. I am safe enough to soften. I am safe enough to place the day down. Let the body hear this. Let the shoulders hear it. Let the stomach hear it. Let the heart hear it. I am safe tonight. I am guided tonight. Guidance does not disappear because the lights are off. Guidance does not leave because the day is done. Guidance does not require you to stay awake and worry. I am guided tonight. Let this sentence meet the part of you that feels unsure. You may not know the whole path, but you can be guided one step at a time. You may not know how the answer will come, but you can be open to peace. You may not know what tomorrow will bring, but you can trust that wisdom can meet you there. I release what I cannot control. Let the hands soften. Let the mind stop reaching. Let the heart stop trying to hold every person, every outcome, every timing, every detail. I release what I cannot control. This does not mean you do not care. It means you are no longer willing to break your own peace, trying to control what belongs to life, time, and another person's choice. Your energy is sacred. Your sleep is sacred. Your heart is sacred. You can care deeply and still release the grip. The universe is working in quiet ways. Let this thought rest inside you. The universe is working in quiet ways. Not always in ways the eyes can see tonight. Not always in ways the mind can explain. Not always in ways that arrive on your schedule. But quietly, gently, deeply, life can still be moving. A new thought can be forming. A truth can be rising. A burden can be loosening. A door can be preparing. A wrong path can be fading. A better way can be coming closer. You do not need to watch every movement. You can rest while quiet things unfold. My heart is open to peace. Maybe not wide open, maybe only a little. That is enough. my heart is open to peace. Let this be a gentle invitation, not a demand. If the heart has been hurt, it may open slowly. If the heart has been disappointed, it may need time. If the heart has carried fear, it may not trust peace immediately. Be patient. Say it softly. My heart is open to peace. Even a small opening can let in grace. Even a small opening can change the feeling of the night. Tomorrow may bring new light. Let this sentence touch the place that thinks nothing can change. Tomorrow may bring new light. Not a forced promise, not a demand, a possibility, a gentle hope. Tomorrow may bring one clearer thought, one kinder feeling, one helpful message, one small sign, one calmer breath, one honest step, one moment where you do not feel as lost. Do not close tomorrow before it arrives. Do not let today's heaviness decide what tomorrow can carry. Leave room. Tomorrow may bring new light. I sleep with trust. Let the words become slower now. I sleep with trust. I do not sleep with fear as my guide. I do not sleep with shame as my final thought. I do not sleep with the old story holding my heart. I sleep with trust. Trust in the breath. Trust in rest. Trust in the wisdom of my body. Trust in the quiet message of the universe. Trust that the next step can come when it is time. Trust that I am still being guided even when I do not see the whole way. Let the affirmations move like a gentle river. I am safe tonight. I am guided tonight. I release what I cannot control. The universe is working in quiet ways. My heart is open to peace. Tomorrow may bring new light. I sleep with trust. Do not rush them. Let each one enter the body. Let each one touch a different part of you. One for the mind, one for the heart, one for the body, one for the fear, one for the hope, one for the hidden place inside you that still wants to believe life can be kind. If one sentence feels stronger than the others, stay with it. You do not need to carry all of them. Maybe tonight your sentence is, I am safe tonight. Maybe that is enough. Maybe tonight your sentence is, I release what I cannot control. Maybe that is the key that opens rest. Maybe tonight your sentence is, tomorrow may bring new light. Maybe hope is what your heart needs. The subconscious learns through feeling, not through too many words. One sentence held with love can go deeper than many words repeated without presence. Let the words become personal inside you. I am safe in this bed. I am safe in this breath. I am safe to stop trying for tonight. I am guided even when I do not have proof. I am guided even when my mind feels unsure. I release this person. I release this timing. I release this fear. I release this old thought that says I must carry everything alone. The universe is working in quiet ways through peace, through timing, through people, through ideas, through rest, through tomorrow's small openings. My heart is open to peace, even after a hard day. My heart is open to peace, even if I felt afraid. My heart is open to peace, even if I do not know what comes next. Tomorrow may bring new light into my thoughts. Tomorrow may bring new light into my body. Tomorrow may bring new light into my path. Tomorrow may bring new light into a place that felt dark today. I sleep with trust because fear has done enough talking. I sleep with trust because my soul deserves rest. I sleep with trust because I am willing to receive. The subconscious mind is like soft soil before sleep. It receives what you place there. For many nights, maybe fear was planted there. Maybe worry was planted there. Maybe regret was planted there. Maybe self-blame was planted there. Tonight, plant something kinder. Plant safety. Plant guidance. Plant release. Plant peace. Plant hope. Plant trust. Do not worry about how fast it grows. A seed does not need to prove itself the moment it enters the ground. It only needs to be placed with care. These words are seeds. Let them rest in you. You may feel emotion as the words enter. Let it be okay. Sometimes the heart cries when it finally hears kindness. Sometimes the body softens after holding itself tight for too long. Sometimes the mind becomes quiet because it is tired of fighting. If tears come, they are not a problem. They may be released. If sleep comes, let it come. If peace comes only for a moment, receive the moment. Do not measure the practice. Do not judge the night. Just keep choosing softness where fear once lived. I am safe tonight. I am guided tonight. I release what I cannot control. The universe is working in quiet ways. My heart is open to peace. Tomorrow may bring new light. I sleep with trust. Let the repetition become calm, not heavy. Let it feel like waves. The same truth returning, softer each time. The same kindness touching the same tired places until they begin to believe they are not alone. This is how the deeper mind changes, not through force, through gentle return. If your mind argues with an affirmation, soften the words. If I am safe feels too hard, say, I am safe enough in this moment. If I trust feels too far, say, I am willing to trust a little. If I release feels too big, say, I release this for tonight. Make the words kind enough for the body to receive. The goal is not to impress the mind. The goal is to comfort the heart. The goal is to let your inner world feel less afraid. The universe speaks through love, and love does not need hard language. Now let the affirmations become a blessing over your sleep. May my mind rest from fear. May my heart be held in peace. May my body soften into safety. May my dreams be gentle. May my spirit remember that I am guided. May tomorrow meet me with light. May I wake with a calmer heart and a clearer path. May I notice the small signs. May I trust the quiet answer. May I know that I am not forgotten. There is nothing more to force right now. Let the words do their quiet work. Let them move beneath the thinking mind. Let them become the last loving sound inside you. You do not need to stay awake to keep them alive. The deeper mind has heard enough. The heart has received enough for tonight. The body has been given permission to rest. The universe has been invited in, not through fear, but through softness. I am safe tonight. I am guided tonight. I release what I cannot control. The universe is working in quiet ways. My heart is open to peace. Tomorrow may bring new light. I sleep with trust. Carry one line with you as you drift closer to rest. Let it be the line your soul chooses. Let it follow you gently. Let it become the bridge between this day and the next morning. Let it remind you that the night can be kind. Let it remind you that the message is not far away. It is already touching the quiet places within you. Sleep with trust and wake with openness. This is the final message for tonight. Do not chase the answer now. Do not make the heart work harder. Do not ask the mind to keep watch until morning. You have listened. You have softened. You have asked from trust. You have placed kinder words into the deeper mind. Now let the night hold what you cannot hold. Let sleep be a quiet act of faith. Let rest become your way of saying, I believe life can move even when my eyes are closed. There is nothing more you need to prove tonight. You do not need to prove that you care by worrying. You do not need to prove that your desire matters by staying tense. You do not need to prove your worth by solving everything before sleep. Your worth is not waiting at the end of a perfect day. Your worth is here now, in your tired body, in your breathing heart, in your willingness to receive peace. You can sleep as you are. You can rest without becoming someone else first. Before I sleep, I trust the universe. When I wake, I am open to its guidance. Let this final sentence settle gently. Before I sleep, I trust the universe. When I wake, I am open to its guidance. It does not mean you know exactly what will happen. It means you are not closing the door with fear. It means you are willing to let tomorrow bring a sign, a feeling, a thought, a small answer, or one simple step. It means you do not need to carry the whole future into bed. You can leave room for life to surprise you softly. When morning comes, do not demand a huge sign. Notice the small things. Notice the first feeling in your body. Notice the thought that comes without force. Notice the person who crosses your path. Notice the sentence that stays with you. Notice the door that feels peaceful. Notice the door that feels heavy. Notice the old pattern that no longer pulls you the same way. Notice the little moment when you choose calm instead of panic. Guidance may not arrive with noise. It may arrive as simple knowing. It may arrive as a quiet return to yourself. Wake with openness, not pressure. Do not open your eyes and immediately ask, "Did it work?" Do not turn your spiritual life into a test. Open gently. Let the morning speak in its own way. Maybe the answer is still forming. Maybe the message is still moving through your heart. Maybe the sign will come later in the day. Maybe the first gift is only that you feel a little less heavy. Receive that. A little less heavy is a blessing. A little more calm is a blessing. One kinder thought is a blessing. One small step is a blessing. The universe may answer through peace, but you must be willing to count peace as an answer. It may answer through delay, but you must be willing to see delay as possible protection. It may answer through a closed door, but you must be willing to believe that not every closed door is against you. It may answer through a new desire, a sudden truth, a calmer body, or a clearer no. Be open to the many ways life can speak. Do not make the message too narrow. The universe is not limited to one sign, one person, one path, or one timing. As you sleep tonight, let your heart become less guarded. Let the old story lose its hold. Let the fear become tired of leading. Let the part of you that has been trying so hard finally lie down. You are allowed to be held. You are allowed to receive. You are allowed to stop preparing for pain every second. You are allowed to believe that something kind may still be coming toward you. You are allowed to rest before the proof arrives. You are allowed to trust before the whole road is visible. There is deep strength in sleeping with trust. It is not passive. It is not giving up. It is choosing not to feed fear during the hours meant for healing. It is choosing to let the body restore. It is choosing to let the mind become quiet enough to hear. It is choosing to stop making every unknown an enemy. It is choosing to meet tomorrow from a softer place. This kind of trust changes how you carry life. It helps you stop living as if everything depends on your panic. It helps you remember that love is also a power. Tonight, let the universe's message be simple. You are not forgotten. What is meant for you is still being arranged. You can release what hurt you today. Your heart knows the next step. Ask from trust. Listen softly. Rest deeply. Wake open. These are not hard teachings. They are gentle truths. They are small lamps for the night. You do not need to carry all of them perfectly. Carry the one that touches you most. Let one sentence be enough. Maybe the sentence is, I am not forgotten. Maybe it is, I release this day with love. Maybe it is, what is meant for me is being arranged in perfect time. Maybe it is, my heart knows how to hear the universe. Maybe it is, I ask, I soften, I listen, and I receive. Maybe it is, I sleep with trust. Choose the one your heart wants. Let it stay close. Let it become your final thought, not because you must force it, but because it feels kinder than fear. If tomorrow brings a sign, receive it with gratitude. If tomorrow brings clarity, honor it. If tomorrow brings a small step, take it gently. If tomorrow brings more waiting, wait with less fear. If tomorrow brings emotion, meet it with love. If tomorrow brings a closed door, ask what it may be protecting. If tomorrow brings an open door, enter with peace. Let the guidance continue beyond this night. The message before sleep is not meant to end when morning comes. It is meant to change how you listen to life. You are learning to hear the universe in a softer way, not only in big signs, not only in perfect moments, not only when everything is easy. You are learning to hear it in the quiet before sleep, in the breath, in the body, in the gentle question, in the release of fear, in the small peace that returns after a hard day. You are learning that guidance may be closer than you thought. You are learning that your heart is not empty. You are learning that the night can be a place of comfort, not only worry. Before you sleep, forgive yourself for the ways you struggled today. Forgive yourself for the thoughts that were not peaceful. Forgive yourself for the fear that came back. Forgive yourself for needing time. Forgive yourself for not having all the answers. You are still learning how to trust. You are still learning how to rest. You are still learning how to receive. Let learning be allowed. Let the heart be human. Let tonight be kind. Take the lesson from today and leave the heaviness. Take the love and leave the fear. Take the wisdom and leave the shame. Take the hope and leave the pressure. Take the message and leave the need to control how it unfolds. Let the rest go into the hands of the night. Let sleep carry what thinking could not solve. Let the body restore what worry has drained. Let the soul remember what fear forgot. Before I sleep, I trust the universe. When I wake, I am open to its guidance. Say it once more inside. Before I sleep, I trust the universe. When I wake, I am open to its guidance. Let this be the door you close the day with. Let this be the light you leave on inside. Let this be the soft promise between your heart and life. You do not need to know everything tonight. You only need to rest in the possibility that you are still being guided. Now let the night become gentle. Let the mind stop asking from fear. Let the heart stop holding the old pain. Let the body stop bracing for every unknown. Let the breath become slow. Let the hands soften. Let the eyes grow heavy. Let the soul feel near to something loving. The universe does not need loud words to reach you. It can reach you in stillness. It can reach you in rest. It can reach you in the quiet space where you finally stop running from yourself. Sleep with trust. Wake with openness. Notice the little answers. Notice the calm thought. Notice the helpful feeling. Notice the small sign. Notice the door. Notice the quiet no. Notice the peaceful yes. Notice the way you're here and feels around what is true. Notice the way life may speak in simple moments, and above all, notice that you are still here, still breathing, still guided, still able to begin again. Tonight, the universe has given you a message before sleep. Not to frighten you, not to rush you, not to make you prove anything, but to bring you back to peace. You are not forgotten. You are not outside the reach of love. You are not too late for guidance. You are not required to carry fear into the dark. What is still unfinished can rest. What is still unanswered can wait. What is still forming can form in its own time. And your heart can sleep now, knowing that life is still moving in quiet ways. Let the final feeling be trust. Let the final breath be soft. Let the final thought be kind. Before you sleep, open your heart just a little and let the message rest there. The universe is near. Guidance is near. Peace is near. You are held in this moment. You can release the day. You can receive the night. You can trust that tomorrow may meet you with new light. Sleep gently now with an open heart and a quiet knowing that the message has already begun to work within you.